guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have a bit of a different video. So usually I just talk about books, and eventually this room will be the place where I talk about books, hopefully. But before that, this room needs some serious TLC. It needs some love. It is a bit in a horror state right now. The background of my life. I mostly work from home and I read. That's basically my life. I work from home and I read. And so I've never really had a specific place where I work. Like, I like to work wherever. When I go somewhere to work, I work outside, I work at the dining room, on the couch, in the bed is my favorite place to work, which is a terrible idea, which is why I am making this video, because that seriously needs to change. I want to make a dedicated space where I can work and read and listen to my classical music. That's kind of the vibe of this room. Now, we have an extra room in our house that I can use, but it's sort of become a storage dump ground where everything that doesn't have a home in our house just like comes here and lives in here, and it needs to change. This is probably going to be a few part series because this is going to be a big project, but I would love to kind of undertake it. So the plan for the room is really to have a designated place where I can work, where I can set up my computer and I can solely focus on work here, because it's really bad, I think, to work in your bedroom. Your bedroom is for sleep and nothing else. Maybe for reading as well, but mainly you should be sleeping in your room. So I really wanted to make a dedicated space where I can work on my business. I want to make a nice little work area on this side. Then I also want to make like a cozy little reading nook, maybe a nice chair and a bookshelf, and just kind of a place where I can just sit down, read, film some videos. And then in the one corner over here, I'm not actually sure if you can see it, but in this corner I want to set up my nice radio with my speakers where I can just pop in a CD. I still have CDs, yes. Like, CDs are great. I can pop in a CD and I can just listen to my music and read. And I want this to be like a nice, cozy, warm, bright space where I can just either work or relax. That side of the room is my work and this side of the room is for relaxing. So in this video we are going to be decluttering the amounts of storage that we've just collected. I want to just get rid of and clean the space so we have a nice fresh place to start. I have already done some cleaning up. It was insane, like literally the floor was packed with just stuff that we didn't even use. I've separated them into a few bundles of, there was so many things that we had to throw away, like just trash, and there were some things that we could donate, and then some things that I wanted to keep that I now have to find a new space for, because I won't say I'm a hoarder, but when it comes to books and old trinkets, I just love them. And I go to like charity shop or secondhand stores or vintage markets and things, and I just collect all of these things and I have no use for them. I need to become, first of all, like more aware of what I actually buy, because sometimes I'm like, oh, that's so cool, and then I buy them and then it sits in my in a box in my house and I have zero use for it ever. And then I just, a couple years later, I send it back to the charity shop. So I have a real problem with that. And then also with books, I love collecting books. Like, I will literally just go and buy books to just put it on my shelf. I don't ever have to read it, but just to put it on my shelf because I think it's pretty. Anyways, so there's lots of things that I have to donate, including books. So I have about 4 big boxes that I need to take to charity shop and go and donate, because I am never going to open those books ever again. I'm not going to put them on a coffee table. I'm not going to use them for decor. They're just going to waste space. So I'm going to try and really sort out and minimize everything that is in this room. this cupboard in this room where I kind of have to store all my stuff that is in this room. This one has a bunch of shelves, and I want to use this to store like all my little trinkets and decor that I can't bear to give away yet. Maybe I'll use in a future house someday, so I'm keeping them. So I'm going to try and like set all of them nicely. You can already see here I have like a super vintage whole like dining set that I got from my grandmother, which I absolutely love. Like these are, I think these are like for eating soup. I don't even eat soup really, but you know what, they were made in Germany and they're so cute. They have like these little pink flowers on. I am going to use them in my home one day. That's just one day, okay? But for now they're staying here, and then I want to sort the rest of the decor in here so we can actually have a space to live and not just be in boxes on the floor. So that is kind of the plan for the cupboard. This side of the room is basically going to be my office area. I did start setting things up, like I put a desk here and I put my computer here, and then once again it literally became a dumping ground just for papers and so many things. Also, this desk needs to come out, so I want to get a new desk in here. I don't really like the look of the last one. It was just in here, that's why I used it, but I do want to get a new one. And then the other big thing, if I want to paint this room, which I really want to, but I don't know yet if I will be able to. The problem is we live in a very old house and we will need to redo the electricity in this house. I'm not sure if you can see that plug, but first of all, it's in the middle of the wall, like, and whenever I'm on calls for work, like you can see it and it irritates me so much, and it needs to be like lower on the floor. And also, that is the only plug in this entire room. The only plug. See, this house was built before electricity was like kind of put into houses. So it's very old. They kind of added electricity afterwards in a very horrible way. So it's going to be quite a huge project to have to redo the electricity in this room, which is why I also said this might be like quite a few part series of these videos to redo this room, because it's not just I can quickly move around some furniture and have a whole office makeover. So it is going to take some time and quite a lot of effort and work. But like I said, for the rest of this video, we can just focus on clearing everything out and minimizing it, putting away all my decor. Like I said, let's get to getting everything out of this room and just starting fresh and new. Hi everyone. Okay, so that side of the room with the cupboard is kind of sorted out mostly. The next thing we need to tackle is this side. This desk. Everything needs to just go away. I need to find a new place for all of these things because we're going to take this out of this desk and then I want to bring a new one in. But first and foremost, we have to remove everything that is going on here. There's lots of papers and just random things once again, where this has just become sort of a storage desk where I've just laid down a bunch of things. So we're going to clean that up quickly so we can get the desk out of here. Okay, the space is feeling so much better. I went to the charity shop, as you saw earlier in the video, and went to go drop off some stuff and then threw away a lot of stuff that so much junk in this room. I'm really sorted out everything. There's still a few things here and there that are in the room, but I mean, a lot of it is what I'm going to reuse in the room, so there's no point in taking it away completely because it just has to stay here. But we cleaned the room, we removed the desk, there's nothing here anymore, and it just feels so much better, so much clearer. Like, deep clean the room from top to bottom. It feels so much better. So I think this is where I'm going to end this video, because the next video is going to be all about solving our electricity problem, which is going to be quite a feat because that's a really hard job, which you'll see completely why in episode 2. But we have concrete walls and it's a whole operation. We're choosing to do it ourselves rather than getting someone else out to come and do the job for us. For some reason, like to punish ourselves and do these things ourselves. But anyways, and you'll see all of that in episode number 2, where we will be tackling all of the electricity things. I just want to say a big thank you for everyone watching up until here. Please like and subscribe if you haven't so far. I want to leave off with one question for you guys. I had my desk facing the room instead of facing the wall, because when I take calls I could have like a nice background with some pictures and I didn't have to like look onto the chaos of the room. But the other thing that bothered me is if you're now on the other side of the room, you can see all the cables of my computer and it's just kind of an awkward setup. I want to ask you guys, do you think we should have the table facing the wall and the computer and everything, and I face the wall and the background will just be the rest of the room? Or do you guys like the idea of having the room sort of awkwardly really in the middle, so I sit basically here and then face that way? If you guys have any recommendations or anywhere else that you think I could maybe angle the desk in a better thing, if there are any interior designers out there watching, please comment down below what your thoughts are. Should we have the desk facing the wall behind me or the windows? I will appreciate you guys if you can just leave your comments about that. And then also, once again, thank you so much everyone for watching this video, and I'll see you all in episode 2. Bye!